Alright, this is Danhausen here, very nice, very evil. You are watching True Heel Heat. Probably should have had MJF do this, but here we are.
Hello. It is me, the new media forbidden door, SP3, back once again live here on the True Heel Heat, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter for AEWramble episode 53. Team Taz Twist. We are here to review last night's July 27, 2022 edition of AEW Dynamite with their Fight for the Fallen special. I am here with the man of 45,000 subscribers. You go to him for your TV and movie reviews. You go to him for your honest criticisms of Tony Antoine Khan. He is Jimmy Macram.
All right, I'm gonna leave the special thing alone, but a couple of things. Number one, did you happen to see FTR do anything recently that make you change your opinion? This outrageous opinion where we go back and forth with the best tag team in the world every 2 weeks.
I mean, they took it again. They took the mantle again.
It's over. It's been over.
No, it's not. It's never over. It's never over, sir. But it's okay. The Young Bucks are going to be a part of the greatest trio in the world today. But for best tag team of 2022, right now, I don't think anyone's taking it from FTR.
Thank you.
You watched so. Oh my God, are you saying, sir, you watched ROH Death Before Dishonor? Or just that match?
There you go. There you go. Let's not get crazy.
He's like, hold up. No, I had more than that match. You should have saw Garcia versus Yuta was great. Roosh versus Dragon Lee was awesome. So
my new favorite wrestler, Jonathan Gresham, cussing out that bum as he should have. And number two, you might have to change your new media name because apparently these bums have just as many bad takes as fucking everybody else. I'm just JJ Redick for his shitty takes. Draymond Green talking about he could beat the 98 Bulls. Shut up. Enough of you. All you go away.
He can't beat the 2001 Lakers, so it's okay.
Apparently new media is just like the old media. Just say some shit crazy and then watch you respond.
New media, stand up. New media, we out here in these streets. You heard it here first. You heard it here first about the greatness of Hook from the new media forbidden door. It was me. But yes, we're here to discuss AEW Dynamite Fight for the Fallen 2022. Thank everyone for joining us live here on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, Facebook, and Twitter. We appreciate you all for joining us and show your appreciation back by dropping the thumbs up on this video. Share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. We've had a huge week so far, one of our biggest weeks of 2022 so far. Multiple videos hitting record numbers, including ROH Death Before Dishonor, our second highest viewed watch along that we've done here on the channel. So shout outs to the fellas, Romeo and the gang who were on that watch along. We had a great show of support for our breaking news video from the week with Triple H becoming head of creative and Vince McMahon's unrecorded expenses. It's been quite the eventful week since the last time I shared the screen with Jimmy Macram. Is the news of Vince McMahon's retirement and Triple H taking over creative enough to make you give a try to WWE television, Jimmy?
Not now because it takes time to show itself. But I am curious. It does have my attention. Assuming Banks comes back, I'm curious. I won't tell a lie. I did manage to watch Roman Reigns promo with Theory, which was first of all was awesome. Crowd was awesome. Reigns was awesome. And I gotta be honest, I kind of like Theory. Even though he's got a weird looking face. Like he should be a good looking guy, but he's not.
You got those eyebrows that make him look like the devil.
It. I think I heard somebody say the same thing. Weird eyebrows. But his saying, "I don't need this." It felt very natural. I don't need this. Like, I like this guy. That's kind of perfect. Go ahead.
He was indignant.
Yes.
Let us know what you think about AEW Dynamite Fight for the Fallen from last night in the live chat. We'll try to highlight as many of your comments as possible, but the best way to have your comment highlighted on screen and the best way to show your support to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel is with a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters and counts. We will highlight the comment on screen and of course shout you out and thank you for your support of the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. Since we are self-funded YouTube channel, that's the best way to show your support outside of Patreon and all the other things that we do. We got Bone Daddy in the live chat with us saying, "We're live, pal. Let's see what Jimmy thinks of this show." Always a catch-22 there. Ace says, "What's up, SP3 and Jimmy?" We got Roxy who says, "Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are." CM Chris saying, "Hello, everyone. What's going on, good brother CM Chris?" CM with some nice words saying, "It was good last night." Wow. I'm quite impressed. Brooklyn Break saying, "What's up?" We got Hassan who says, "Hi there." We got Roxy who's already saying, "Don't start, Jimmy.
Keep it clean.
Start. Keep it as clean as you can. You can." So that's true. We got Christopher Ryan Cooper who says, "What's up, fellas? What's going on, good brother?" We got Roxy also saying, "Now every time I watch NXT, I think of Jimmy thinking of how awesome the storylines sound from SP3. Right? I do a good job.
Throwing in the garbage.
Good job.
Sleeping with the fishes. This is awesome."
So this week to follow up with what happened last week with Cora Jade throwing the NXT Women's Tag Team title in the trash. They had Alundra Blaze, Medusa, show up with her tag team partner, and she took the title out of the trash. And Roxanne gave her title to Medusa, and they announced that they're going to do a fatal 4-way for the NXT Women's Tag Team title. So it's not completely thrown away. They're going to do a 4-way next week for the titles.
I hate that. And I assume Cora Jade is the heel, right?
Cora Jade, yeah, she's a heel. Roxanne Perez is the babyface.
Does she not feel like a star? I've heard her name more than I ever wanted in the fucking last 2 months. She feels like a big deal to me.
Ever since her heel turn, she does sound more like she's getting comfortable and sound like she has really watched so many tapes of AJ Lee.
I couldn't pick out her lineup. I have no clue what she looks like, but I've heard of her name. Her name sounds great. Very porny.
What did you just say? Very porny?
Yes. Is that hell? Cora J's not a porn name? Nothing wrong with that.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
I'm sure there are people named Cora Jade. I'm just saying it's also porny. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, the Hook Nation is in the chat with us, Jimmy. We got Ninja Border saying the reign of Hook is upon us. Hashtag Hook Nation. Let's fucking go. I know, Jimmy. Love the Team Taz half hour. We got CM Chris who says Hook Gang. Phil Nation says Hook Gang. And yes, everybody is shouting out. Oh, now see, everybody's defending you. Say not earned. Not earned. There you go. Your lawyer CM is Carlton. We got Frantic World who says, "What's up, SP3, Jimmy, in chat." We also got Ninja Borders who says, "Undeserved 2.0 James R. Porny."
I love that. Jesus. Fair enough.
We got CM who says, "Cora is an old great grandma name." So there you go.
I would say if Cora is an old great grandma name, then Cora was up to some awful business when nobody was looking.
In the 1950s.
Drinking moonshine. Shaking that thing.
Shaking that thing. Well, let's get into last night's episode of AEW Dynamite Fight for the Fallen. Remember to keep coming with those comments in the live chat. Super chat donations are appreciated, and we'll definitely shout you out here on screen. So the show emanated from Worcester, Massachusetts. What did you think about the crowd last night?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I can't go great. They were rather quiet for the greatness of Ricky Starks through the two matches in that fantastic video, but they got on board.
They did. They did eventually. But let's start off with how the show started off hot with the AEW Interim World Championship as Jon Moxley defended against Rush. Rush has won 10 matches across Mexico, ROH, and AEW.
Don't say all this nonsense. Don't try to sell this.
Yes, I'm selling it. I'm selling it. And he came out hot here. I said if Rush was able to get the type of energy that he showed at ROH Death Before Dishonor in his match against his brother Dragon Lee, this would be good. And I think we got that here. He attacked Moxley before the bell, beating down Moxley on the floor, then back into the ring as the bell rings to start. Mox was bleeding within 2 minutes of this damn thing after Rush bites his forehead. I swear, Mox sneezes and he bleeds. He runs Mox into the guardrails on the floor. Rush puts Mox back into the ring and poses to the crowd. So Moxley catches him with a tope suicida. He starts hitting chops on Rush and a snap suplex on the floor. Back in the ring, they trade chops and Rush hits a snap power slam for 2. Rush takes it to the floor again and he chokes Moxley with a cable wire. Once again in the ring, Rush is getting cocky. He does the tranquilo pose before Moxley goes for a rear naked choke. However, Rush reverses by running him into the turnbuckle. Back from commercial, Moxley rakes the back of Rush and hits a superplex. The two men trade strikes and chops. This turns into them trading German suplexes. Mox ends things with a King Kong lariat, but when he goes for another one, Rush reverses into a rebound German suplex for a near fall. On the kick out, Rush applies a crossface. Mox fights out of it. He starts stomping Rush's head in, and then Rush fights out of that. He fights out of the paradigm shift and then hits a belly-to-belly suplex into the corner. He then puts Mox on the top rope and goes for a superplex, but Mox bites his head and looks to come off the top rope. However, Andrade El Idolo comes down and pushes Mox off the top rope to help out his La Faction Incanables brethren. This leads to the Lucha Bros coming down to ringside to run off Andrade. Rush looks for the bull's horns, but Mox catches him with the lariat. Rush comes back and hits a straight jacket power driver. Great looking move for a near fall. Rush once again goes for the bull's horns, but Mox avoids it. He locks on a rear naked choke, but Rush headbutts his way out of it. Mox then transitions into a paradigm shift for another near fall. Great near fall there because I thought that was over. And then Mox eventually puts on the rear naked choke into the bulldog choke for the referee stoppage win. Great opener, hard hitting, bloody as per usual with the Moxley match. And Rush, this is the best he's looked since he's came to AEW. He looked extremely strong in this one. Mox gave him a lot. This was an absolute brawl that I definitely enjoyed. And then we got the post-match where this is the thing that's been missing from Moxley's reign so far is a storyline, and we actually got it, and it fell into the greater arc of the Blackpool Combat Club versus the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Lord.
Jericho and JAS came out, including newest member Anna Jay.
Yes, she did.
Chris Jericho congratulates Moxley and says he's on a roll, but not quite the roll that JAS is on. Jericho introduces the newest member of JAS, Anna Jay, who Jericho says that she took the opportunity to join the group. Anna says that she took that opportunity and she is now Anna JAS. Anna says she will take She will take everyone out. Jericho says that's the kind of intensity he showed last week when he beat Eddie Kingston in a barbed wire everywhere match. He talks about Eddie breaking his nose and throwing him into a barbed wire web, but he says he still won. Jericho then challenges Jon Moxley to an AEW Interim World Championship match in 2 weeks at Quake at the Lake, and says that he will be the first two-time Le Champion. This leads to Moxley saying enough of the sports entertainment bullshit, and he says that he is the first two-time AEW world champion. Fuck all that interim shit. Mox says he used to look up to Jericho, but now he's pathetic. He says, I hate you, Chris Jericho. Mox says he doesn't have the sports entertainment title. He has the All Elite Wrestling World Championship. He says he doesn't want the wizard. He doesn't want the king of trademarks. He wants the Lionheart, Chris Jericho. He wants the guy that he saw
pounds ago, sir.
He said he wants the guy he saw in the Super J Cup. Mox says that the AEW World Championship is defended on his watch. It will be Jon Moxley versus the last survivor of the Heart Dungeon, Lionheart, Chris Jericho, for the title. Damn good promo exchange. I like Jericho saying he never got a rematch for the AEW World Championship.
And
this matchup makes for a perfect bridge going into All Out. If you needed one more big world title match after Moxley has basically been versing mid-carders or lower card guys and Brody King and Roosh, Chris Jericho kind of fits the build. Especially if we are getting CM Punk at All Out for the unification, this makes a good bridge in my opinion. What did you think, Jimmy?
Of
the match and the post-match.
The match was great. Great strong. The match is very good. I thought it was enjoyable for what it was. It was great. It was great.
Great brawl. It was a great brawl. I got what I wanted.
Fucking SP Cash or SP Con. Just fucking top shelf immediately. It wasn't great. It was good. It was a really good match.
Great.
None of us
Let's fucking go.
I think that's who he is, by the way. Like that's his real face. Like that is who he is. No acting, no nothing. That's who he actually is. Ugh. All right. Yes, match. Nobody bought Roosh would win. You can sell me all the matches in Mexico and ROH and all the shit he did overseas. He's so great. He's got 10 wins. Yeah, right. Stop it. You just needed a guy, and there's a guy. It worked out. I really enjoyed the match. I don't want people to check in mad at me. Brooklyn was his face. It was a really good match. Jimmy doesn't like anything. It's a really good match.
I love how that's how you think they sound.
That's how they sound. They don't like anything. It's so not fair.
Jimmy doesn't like anything.
I thought Moxley's promo was great. Actually, his promo was always great. And it worked even good here. I'm not sure about Lionheart Chris Jericho. It was 50 pounds ago. It was 20 years ago. Like, what do you want from me? Jesus.
Now you're body shaming him?
I'm not body shaming. He looks great, especially for fucking however old he is. But like, that's not the same guy. It isn't the same. It can't be. I want the high school Jimmy Macram. Would you what? I don't do that anymore. I'm not in high school. The interim championship, by the way, I love Moxley saying it isn't. It is. And no, this is not your second world title reign. That's not how interim championships work. But I love him saying it, and I hope that is brought up during a feud with Punk. You know, I'm the guy. I've defended the title more than you have. I'm bigger than you are. I'm more important than you are. I'm the guy. You're just a guy that holds the belt. Be here for it. Oh, and Anna Jay, by the way, I told you she's better as a heel. Even Dummy sees it. Can you imagine? Even Dummy sees it. Indeed.
She is. She had that confidence more on the mic as well. And this matchup, more than even the Brody King matchup, felt like a Moxley title defense from his first reign, where he always made whoever he was in there look greater than they did going in. And this really put over Roosh, in my opinion, because, like I said, Roosh had an awesome match against his brother at Dragon Lee, but that was like, it felt like the exception to the rule. Roosh, because he'd been wrestling in empty arenas for Ring of Honor for 2 years during the pandemic, you didn't feel like he came off like a star, and here he did.
everybody seems to says he phoned it in for 2 years.
Yeah, he did. He did. I watched it. He did. He just phoned it in. He went off of his going off of his charisma because he was in empty arenas. You know, the crowd, he wasn't feeding off the crowd. He's from Mexico. They feed a lot of the stuff in Mexico. It's based on the crowd being invested into the characters and into the people, and that gives you more motivation to kind of, you know, bring out your best. So I understand that that's probably the reason why he phoned it in, but he did phone it up.
I will half agree. I'll give him a reason, but I'm not going to give him a pass. Sorry, you're a professional. It might be easier to do it in front of a crowd, but shouldn't you like be your best at all times, or at least try to be? Isn't that the goal? Oh, it's an odd take. All right. William Regal versus Bret Hart. You just pick people they admire and just put them together? What?
Ashford Nash saying Mox versus CM Punk is going to be a modern day of William Regal versus Bret Hart.
Mox feels nothing like Regal outside the fact that
he doesn't. He feels like a hybrid of Regal meets like Brian Pillman.
Yeah, like they're different. It's not even close. And as far as CM Punk and Bret Hart goes, well, I like CM Punk significantly more in the ring. This is not really a contest. No disrespect to CM Punk. It's not even that close.
Mox, if it's not Dax for Wrestler of the Year, in my opinion, it has to be Jon Moxley. Moxley's been, I said since he's come back, he's had the Wheeler Yuta match, the match against Tanahashi at Forbidden Door was great. He was a part of Anarchy in the Arena and Blood and Guts. So, yeah,
I don't hate that take. I was gonna go with Hangman, but his complete disappearing act the last 2 or 3 months,
dude. And just how they've been presented, like him as interim world champion feels like more the world champion than Hangman did.
Oh, easily. This shit is embarrassing.
It is. It's sad. It is sad. I will say that's down to the booking 100% of the way. We do have Damian Gill who says Anna Jade needs some mic work.
Sure, but not too much. She's fine.
Yeah, I think she was fine here. We also got Frantic World who says, I hope Chris Jericho retired soon. Starts working behind the scenes in AEW. I don't want him to become Goldberg. How is he becoming Goldberg? He hasn't held the world title since the first 3 months of this company. Like, people need to realize Jericho's fine. This is one of Jericho's best years, honestly. When you look at it compared to like 2020 and 2021, this is one of his best years in recent memory, at least.
I would agree with that. And I don't want to work behind the scenes because he's always the first motherfucker to get thrown under the bus for some reason.
Been working here for 30 years. He's been working 30 years. He ain't know this shit. Oh yeah. Brooklyn Breed, thank you for mentioning the match with Takeshita. Yeah, just ever since Moxley, especially since he's won the interim world championship, he's been trying to elevate the people he's in the ring with. He made Brody King look good. He made Takeshita good, and he made Roosh feel like a star for the first time in AEW.
True. I love that Takeshita match.
Yes, absolutely. Commentary announces after this that the AEW World Trio Championships are finally coming. Finally. All you need is Tony Khan to have one bad week, and he gives us everything we've been wanting. World Trio Championships. And he says they say a tournament will determine the first champions, with the finals taking place at All Out in Chicago. One prediction: who do you think is the first AEW World Trios champions?
Nobody, because nobody wants to hold those ugly ass belts. Those belts are fucking hideous. I'm sorry.
They look like the old WCW tag team championships.
They do, which is weird.
The one that the outsiders walked around and was all broken up.
Yes, which always look too small for them, by the way. Because they always have great belts. Like, all the belts are fantastic outside of the original women's championship. They've all been great, except this one. These are awful. These definitely feel rushed. Like, finale, I'm gonna go with Hangman and the Young Bucks versus Cole and Fish and O'Reilly.
We will talk about that when we get to that segment, because I have a caveat for that. But backstage, Tony Schiavone interviews Dante Martin ahead of his matchup with Sammy Guevara. Once again, I always have to mention when they do stuff that we always ask for. This is not even an interview about the main event. This is an interview about a mid-card match on the match. But it makes it feel more important, not like something that Tony Khan just put on a piece of paper and was like, that'd make a good match. So it actually gave it some depth outside of just that would be a good match. So I liked it. Dante says he knows that Sammy will have Tai Conti in his corner. He's been on vacation all over the world, not putting in that work like Martin has. So tonight he will have Sky Blue in his corner. Any comments about your favorite Blake Griffin?
He feels last couple times we've seen him more comfortable on the microphone, which is a nice change of pace. More importantly, however, I don't know what their situation is, Dante and Sky Blue, but we might need somebody else. She does not seem all that comfortable around Blake Griffin. It's like, what's going on here? Like, fucking, you're on TV, huh?
Apparently, I think they go out with each other, if I'm not mistaken.
That was my guess. Tony Khan saw them backstage and was like, yeah, sure. That works.
Hey, this works, but I think she's still a little green. That's what it came
12
off
years
to
old.
me. Well, if the opener, I felt like I thought the opener was great. To spoiler alert, I thought the main event was fantastic. But this might have been, this next kind of 20 minutes might have been the highlight of the whole entire show. We had Ricky Starks versus Danhausen for the FTW Championship next. We get a dramatic video introduction for Ricky Starks, talking about what makes a champion. We see Ricky in different luxurious settings, and he says at the end that this champion is absolute. We get the grand entrance for the FTW champion, holding the title for well over a year. Danhausen does his take on Ricky Stark's pose to kick things off. That made me laugh. Danhausen doing the curse thing and then the Ricky pose, which is great. So Starks catches him with a big boot, and then he does the curse point into the absolute pose. Danhausen gets a near fall when he avoids a charge from Ricky into the corner and rolls him up, but then Ricky catches him with a spear for the win. Short, sweet, to the point. Ricky Starks gets another win in his FTW title reign. But wait, there's more. Post-match, Ricky Starks gets on the mic once again. He says he has a little more left in the tank and challenges someone to accept his open challenge. And my lord, the roof blew off this building when Hook's music hit. No, those people stood on their feet. Don't act like you didn't see it.
Oh my God.
Hook's music hit to bring that man out who is dressed to compete. Huge pop for Hook. And we got immediately Ricky Starks versus Hook for the FTW Championship. I literally said this last week that I thought that Danhausen challenging would lead to this, but I didn't think it would happen this fast. Bell rings. Ricky attempts to strike Hook. They talk about Ricky being one of Hook's trainers, but Hook dunks and brings the offense to Starks. He hits a Tazplex, and the fans is on their feet rooting for Hook in this one. Starks downs Hook for a moment, but he lands on his feet when he goes for an arm drag. Ricky hits the spear and then goes for Rochambeau, but Hook reverses it into Red Rum. Ricky tries to fight, but eventually he submits, and we have a new FTW champion. What a moment. The fans were all behind that man Hook becoming the FTW champion. But the cherry on top of this was Taz on commentary. Taz on commentary was he was living his best life to see his son win the title that he created, and his being quiet at the end when Ricky submitted, and you can just tell he was probably getting emotional. Great stuff. What a turn of events with Hook becoming the new FTW champion. Post-match, Ricky extends his fist to Hook. They fist bump before Hook leaves with the gold new champion. But then another thing we've been talking about with AEW is at least, like, we don't want the over excessive recaps of everything in that WWE does, but a recap of something big like this, that's a moment. Great stuff after the commercial break. We got highlights of what happened with Hook winning the FTW championship from Ricky Starks, and Ricky Starks was still in the ring with Tony Schiavone and now with Powerhouse Hobbs by his side. And Ricky Starks, a man with tremendous promos up and down his CV. This man may have had his best promo yet. He talks about he's no stranger to losing. He's okay with that. Ricky talks about the FTW title being a noose and he turned it into a tie. He was like, they gave him leather and metal and he turned it into gold. He turned that title around. Nobody, me, it was me the whole time. He says that his time is right now. He said that they said his time was last month. They said his time was last year. His time is right now. Stark says it's not been a string of bad luck. It's just been a string of bad timing. But now he and Hobbs, and then out of nowhere, Powerhouse Hobbs attacks Ricky Starks, clotheslines him in the back of his formerly injured neck, and then lays him out with his big old spine buster. Wow. This was some fabulous storytelling. It was a lot, but you got you got Ricky Starks getting the win with that incredible, awesome, video package to start things off. Gets the win over Danhausen. Then his hubris, his cockiness gets the better of him. We get Hook winning the FTW championship, the biggest win of his young career. We got highlight of what happened to make it feel like a bigger deal. Once again, I want to mention that we got the incredible, one of the best promos of Ricky Starks' career. This man has his best promo every time he has a stick in his hand. And then Powerhouse Hobbs says, fuck all this. I'm not a part of Team Taz anymore, and lays out Ricky Starks. And Taz, once again, added a lot to this. Taz on commentary, like shocked. He was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, yo, what was your thoughts on all of this? The drama, the saga of
the
Team
saga.
Taz.
Oh my god, my boys have lost their minds. This is great. Maybe a little too much at the end, but you know what? Fuck it. If you're gonna miss on that side. I loved all of it. Hookhausen finally paying off somehow. With Hook taking the FTW championship. I didn't mind the Danhausen match with Starks. Especially with Starks selling the neck so much afterwards. I knew something was going to happen. Hook coming out feels kind of cheap, to be honest. Not in a writing way, but in a Hook's clearly a piece of garbage kind of way. You're going to fucking fight your teammate after you just had a match? What kind of a piece of garbage are you? But whatever. I liked it. I originally I didn't like Starks losing the belt that fast. What was it 3 minutes? Maybe that match.
But the neck was a good protecting for him.
What the fuck happened? He was in the ring with Danhausen for 12 seconds. He's fine.
Hey, he jammed up his neck with that corner chart. Jammed it up.
Yeah, I thought that was great because he hit the spear and didn't go for the cover like he did against fucking Danhausen. Instead decided to try something else. Hook, being a professional, did what he does and choked him out. I liked it. It was great. And it made Hook feel like a bigger deal than he has for the last. How long has it been with Danhausen now? That I told you was sidetracked
since May. Since May.
Jesus. That was great.
2 months.
2 months of sidetrack. You know what? We're not gonna complain because we're here now. We were lost
because it led to it, and a great point by
Ashton. He didn't acknowledge Danhausen.
But Danhausen's curse worked. Danhausen's curse worked. It worked.
But
it worked for what?
Enough of Hook. Enough of Danhausen. Enough of all this nonsense. This is about Ricky Starks. The great Ricky Starks. The fucking best thing in the goddamn company because he is amazing. The video package was awesome. Dude. The matches were fine. This promo was amazing. Maybe the best promo of his career. It just worked. He decided about to cry. I was here for him. Fucking yes.
And the fans responded. Like he turned babyface with a promo. Like just one line. Oh I couldn't quite concentrate on Ricky Starks promo because we always talk about Warlow's facial expressions.
Fucking Hobbs has the greatest facial expressions. I was like, why does he look so annoyed for? What's going on here?
You know, he had to turn because at first he's like patting him on the back when he's talking about like losing the title. But when he keeps saying, you know, me, it's my time, that's when you can see like he started the lip started to go up, and he was just like, nah, I'm sick of this shit. Like, it's not about us, it's about you. Bang.
I hope Stark's okay because Hobbs hit the shit out of him. God damn. It was great. Of course, we have to have two niggas fight because we always have to. But after that, hopefully Ricky can move on to maybe not bigger, but better things. Because please, he deserves everything. He would have babyface in 10 minutes. Yeah, maybe for most of you, he was a babyface to me already.
He was. But he's been over like Rover ever since the tag match with him and Hobbs versus Swerve in Our Glory when he was in his hometown of New Orleans.
Yes, they treat him like a star.
It's been steady. The fans in every place has been like getting on his side, and 100% would agree with Ace. Put the TNT Championship. Put the A. He needs to be in the main event scene. This man is so good on the mic. Like he may, like MJF's been going. He may be the best talker. Him and Eddie Kingston, the best talkers.
Don't forget fucking the
John
psychopath.
Moxley.
No, not that psychopath. The turtleneck wearing psychopath.
Oh, Christian. Oh yeah, we'll get to him. Christian later on was just like, "Oh, you think you tough? You think you tough?" I'll say some shit. But yeah, look, man, they have the best. Like, I'm sorry, I could get through like 4 or 5 or 6 different guys in AEW before I get to every other promotion in wrestling. AEW has the best talkers in the business.
Wow. All right. I don't know.
We got a Frantic World that says Hook is the real leader of Team Taz.
He is now.
Yeah. We got a question here from Annika. Is this the end of Team Taz? What do you think? Yes. I think Team Taz is babyface now.
Team Taz is done. What Team Taz? There's no Hobbs. Hook has been so removed from the rest of the group for forever. It's over. It's done. There's just Hook over here, and there's fucking Hobbs over there, and Starks over there. And those two fighting each other. It's over. I gotta be honest. That's probably the best ending to a group they've done. Every other group has just fizzled away. This was a fucking implosion.
Pretty much. I wouldn't mind that at all if this was the end completely for Team Taz, because Ricky can stand on his own. Obviously, Hook's been standing on his own. And Powerhouse Hobbs looks like he's going to be on his own. So I'm with it 100%.
Top 5. Say so. Top 2. Top 1, maybe.
Yeah. We got Rin, who says the best talkers: CM Punk, Eddie Kingston, not FTR, Dax Hardwood, and Ricky Starks. Yeah. I forgot Dax Hardwood. You're right. Dax had he had one of the best promos last week. So yeah. We got Ace, who says like father, like son. We got Then It's Gone saying Ricky is fucking great.
Goddamn right.
He is indeed. Ashness adding, I don't know why, but Jimmy reminds me of MC Ren from NWA.
Because you're racist, sir. And it's okay. All the niggas looking like MC Ren. He reminds me of Colin Powell. What? Shut up.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
I'm joking, mostly.
Mostly. We got Annika saying Taz could at least be a little conflicted about his son getting the title off of Ricky. No, because he foreshadowed this last week. He foreshadowed it last week when he was like, yeah, he was bigging up Ricky, and he even bigged up Ricky during his entrance about the 370-day reign as FTW champion. He's the greatest FTW champion of all time. But when Ricky did the open, he was like, I kind of told him about the open challenge. I was like, I didn't think it would be a good idea. And then when he did another one after the match that led to Danhausen coming out, he's like, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then when he did it again on this night, he was like, whoa, what are you doing? And then he turned foot. It was a natural progression to Hook coming out, and he's like, well, I told you.
Yeah, it worked. It worked for me.
Worked very well. Bro, I'm a tad bit nervous about Hobbs not having Ricky or Taz to talk for him.
I think brother. Hobbs is fine.
He's been improving. Yeah, he's been improving on the mic. So I'm not as scared as I once was. And they also kind of teased this on the road too. After Fighter Fest night 1, they had a promo with Ricky and Hobbs, and they were talking, and Hobbs kind of just said something at the end and walked off, and Ricky gave him the look like,
But to be fair, that's what you should promote it on the road to Fighter Fest. Why would you use your fucking 900,000 platform nationally televised television program? Why would you do that? All right.
I knew that was coming. I knew as soon as I said Road 2, I was like, all right, we gonna have something to say. Ricky Starks looked strong, fist bump. Powerhouse Hobbs turn, kind of quick but good. Exactly. Don't let Hobbs speak like Wardlow.
What? Hobbs can talk.
Yeah.
I don't like to think he's saying most of the time, but I do. He can talk.
Yeah, he can talk. He just doesn't have good material yet. That's the issue. Next, we went backstage and we had the Acclaim cut a promo. That's right. Talking about winning the rap battle. That's right. They talk about their music video about the gun club. That's right. And it will reveal that what the stipulation will be for their match. That's right. With the Hash Boys will be. That's right. And the Ass Boys are going to be the Trash Boys. That's right. They said that's right a lot. That's what I'm trying to get across. A lot. That's right. Next we had Sammy Guevara with Tay Conti versus Dante Martin with
and
Sky
his hostage.
Blue.
Oh.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
I've never seen somebody more uncomfortable on national television.
Dante Martin and Sky Blue versus Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti. Dante tries getting under Sammy's skin early by doing his pose and signature kip up. Sammy throws Martin to the floor and goes for a dive, but Martin gets back in the ring, fakes out Guevara with the backflip into the ring. Guevara grabs Ty and walks up the entranceway. Dante attacks him on the ramp and does a flip dive off the stage on Sammy. Back from break, Martin goes for a dive, but Sammy catches him with a rising knee strike. You can see that Martin is favoring his knee at this point. Sammy then hits a flip dive of his own to the floor. Back in the ring, Sammy hits a Spanish fly for 2. He goes for the GTH, but Dante gets a backslide for 2. Dante then hits a reverse back suplex for another 2 count. He goes for the nosedive, but Sammy cuts him off with an attempt of a reverse Spanish fly. However, Martin lands on his feet, hits a standing Spanish fly for a 2 count. Then Martin gets slightly distracted by Conti, but he goes for the nosedive anyway. Sammy moves out of the way and hits his springboard cutter, and then follows up with the GTH for the win. Good high flying exchange. This was definitely different from everything else we saw on the night with the Team Taz angle with their 2 matches, as well as the brawl with Roosh and Moxley to open the show. Post match, Sammy, Ty are attacking Martin, and then Sammy goes to the top rope, but Sky Blue stands in his way. Tries to stop him. This leads to her and Tay Conti going face to face, and Anna Jay comes down to the ring to attack Sky Blue, and then Eddie Kingston, Ortiz, and Ruby Soho come down to make the save, running off the Jericho Appreciation Society. What did you think about this match and post match, Jimmy?
Ortiz is yoked up. Jesus.
He is. He's like, I'm on my own now. Gotta yoke up.
I heard they got beef with each other. This is fucking what the fuck is going on here? It's like Jesus and Mero. What is going on in New York?
I don't know, yo. Why the New York brothers can't stay together? Like me and you, we've been friends for what? 15 years? Like Jesus. 20 years. 20 years. Yeah. We met each other when we were 14. We still friends. You and Cash know each other since he was like 10, 11. Y'all still friends? What's up with these dudes?
What's going on? Oh well. Fuck it. What was I say? Match was really good. I actually like the placement of this match a lot. Usually match like this is going first. I like it here towards the middle. It's kind of a pick-me-up. I loved it. And I gotta be honest, Dante looks better to me every week. He's even slowing down a little bit, which is weird because they're in the match with Sammy. But it worked. It worked very much well. Now the story of this match, not as much because I couldn't stop watching Sky Blue just number one, be uncomfortable. Number two, not help when she could have. It was just awkward. This is dummy's fault.
Her standing there while he was getting attacked post match made me
so weird. She didn't even know what to look like. Like, maybe she's cheating on him in real life, and like she doesn't want to have too many like conflicted emotions. Like, you know what I mean? She's kind of over him already, but I'm not over the character that was supposed to be. Just a thought. Just a thought.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
Listen, I'm at least trying to help. I'm trying to explain terrible acting. That aside, maybe he cheated and she's just annoyed with him. She can't fucking rap.
There's also that. That's
right?
also bad.
The whole when fucking Ortiz and them ran down, I was so annoyed. Stop it. No, you're not. Knock it off. I'm done with her. Stop it. Really? No offense, sir, but you know what? Okay, I'll take your word for it. This was fun. This is fun. It was fun.
Yeah,
the
only nitpick I have of this is this was not the best follow-up for Eddie Kingston. He just was one of the people that ran down and made the save here, even though he should be the guy that should want to murder Sammy Guevara here.
The crowd was going crazy for Eddie. They went crazy for Eddie.
They were.
They were. It's kind of sad. And we ended with fucking Ruby Soho's music.
Like he's a freaking side character for Ruby Soho and Anna Jay and Ruby Soho and Ty Conti.
Like, what?
This is just leading to what? Eddie and Ruby versus Sammy and Ty.
Ooh, I could see that. What are you doing for Anna Jay? I guess we'll get that tag match at some point. Anna Jay and Ty Conti versus Ruby Soho and fucking the hostage.
I love how you call her the hostage.
That's her name from now on. I don't have to remember Sky Blue. Speaking of porn names, by the way, Sky Blue's got to be up there, right?
That's a porny name. That's a porny name. You got the disclaimer only because that Cora Jade wasn't a porny name, but that is a porny name. I will say that.
Santana on crutches.
No, he didn't come down. I was gonna say that. MCAS Santana didn't come down. It was Ortiz, not Santana. So it's okay.
Another one. They all look alike. Absolutely.
If you're relying on us, maybe I said Santana when I was doing the description. I apologize. I don't know. I'll take the blame. Burrow says Ty Conti stomping her man while she just watched on and had me dying. Yeah, it did. It was funny.
Right? Funny. She didn't even look annoyed. She's kind of like, what am I supposed to do?
And Ninja Mortis agreeing with you, saying, Sky Blue do not know. I've definitely seen a porn with a Sky Blue before. Yes.
Sky Blue porn.
Don't look it up.
She is a porn star. And not her, but like there's a porn star named Sky Blue.
This is the type of information they come to AEWramble for. Backstage,
by the way. Blonde, short hair, and like more not 20, like fully grown.
Tony Schiavone backstage interviews Daniel Garcia about his main event with Bryan Danielson. Once again, something we always ask for. Garcia asks, "Where's Danielson been? At home working on his garden?" Garcia says he's been in the ring working on his craft. He's sharp every single week, and he says that tonight he will send Bryan back on vacation and become known as the best technical wrestler, the best technical sports entertainer in the world, and Bryan can go back to his garden and his wife. Garcia's been getting more and more comfortable on the mic. What did you think?
Sorry, I got distracted. I never said where's Santana. Ever. Not a once. What the fuck are you even babbling about? Look at these people. These fucking people.
My daughter just gave me this guitar. I don't know. Yes, oh, she broke it. She broke the guitar. You want to say hi to everybody? Just your head, because you don't have a bunch of clothes on. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi to Jimmy. Say hi, Uncle Jimmy. Okay, that's all you get. Okay, cool. Say hi to the people. spend my days working hard on the go, but the hands on the clock keep spinning real slow. All right.
What happened on the fucking? What were we talking about? I got distracted by dummy. MCAS was saying something about
Garcia's promo.
Right. Garcia. This promo was what it was, but I gotta be honest. The greatest technical sports entertainer is one of the funniest things I've heard in a long while. I laughed so hard. That was great.
I love it. He's getting these little catchphrases and these little things. I like it a lot. And yes, MCAS, he never said where's Santana. We were talking about Santana and Ortiz breaking up, not where Santana was. We also got CM who says, SP3, I know you ain't trying to act all bashful. I was there Monday on that stream. Yes.
What stream? This is what for OnlyFans?
Whoa, I don't have an OnlyFans. What the hell?
Oh, my bad.
Don't know where that came from. Astronaut saying, who wants to walk with SP3? We got Ninja Borders who says Harlem Jarrett over here. Yes, okay, Mini Jane Jarrett. You guys are funny. And Annika saying, be free, Harlem Heat, be free. And we got Dennis God saying Garcia is great on Twitter. If he could translate that on screen, that's what I'm saying. He's been doing it. You
can get your contract with Danhausen.
He's been doing it very well. Then we went backstage, back from break. Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Santam Singh cut a promo. Lethal talks about Samoa Joe winning at Death Before Dishonor with an illegal choke. He then brings up their issue with the Best Friends, who interrupt and challenge them to a trios match on Rampage. Trent brings up that Sanjay Dutt is not an active competitor anymore, but he gets pissed off and agrees to the trios match before saying that he was upset. He was like, why did you let me accept that, to Lethal and Santam Singh afterwards?
That was actually kind of cute. Best Friends look like a bunch of douches, but like heels. Like they look cunty. I thought that's where we were going with it. What the fuck happened? Whatever.
Hey, they had to be heels last week against Yuta and Moxley, I guess. But let's go into the most inappropriate sometimes language and promos. Let's go to the Jungle Boy and Christian saga. In the ring, Tony Schiavone introduced Jungle Boy with Luchasaurus. Huge pop for Jungle Boy. Commentary notes that Jungle Boy has come out the past 2 weeks with the leather jacket that Christian placed over his head at Road Rager when he turned on him. I like that touch. I like that.
I would have liked it if it fucking was said before this week. What a great fucking thing that was coming out last week with the fucking jacket. That would have been amazing if I knew what the hell happened.
Jungle Boy grabs the mic and says, Christian Cage, you're the biggest pussy I ever met in my entire life. Jungle Boy then says he has watched him come out for weeks talking some bullshit about his family and congratulates Christian on being the most relevant he's ever been in his career. Jungle Boy says Cage has said he was mad at Jungle Boy for eliminating him from a battle royal some time ago and missing out on a bonus. And he was wondering, isn't Christian a legend? Why would he be so upset by that? And he was like, he's really mad because his wife had just divorced his bitch ass and took all his money. Jungle Boy then signals for her to call him. Great twist on that. That was nice. That was very nice. Talks about Christian having a small penis and that being the reason he got the divorce. Then Tony asks about Luchasaurus coming out with Christian, then stepping aside for Jungle Boy last week. Jungle Boy said he needed Christian needed some backup, but Luchasaurus was only protecting Christian for him because he's his best friend and he wanted Jungle Boy to get his hands on Christian first. Jungle Boy says 3 years ago he stood in a hole with his uncle. He starts talking about being there to bury his dad, and then Christian Cage shows up on the big screen to interrupt. Christian says Luchasaurus made the biggest mistake of his life because Christian showed him what he can do. He had championships and gold. He had main events and gold ahead of him in his future, and he let all of that go to become Jungle Boy's lapdog again. Christian says that he will put Jungle Boy in a body bag so he can put him in the grave right beside his father. Jesus Christ. Christian says he may have the monster, but he told Christian all of his secrets, and he's going to use that against Jungle Boy. What did you think about this promo?
Jungle Boy was actually really good here.
The best Jungle Boy promo on this show, too.
For relative ease. I gotta be honest, the divorce line might hit just as hard as the dad line. It kind of hurt my feelings, to be honest. I kind of hope Christian runs with it. Saying that's the reason why he did it. Fuck that bitch anyway. Time to get paid. This all worked for me. And Christian is always a menace to society. Only thing that didn't work for me is the Luchasaurus explanation. Now, if this leads to a match at All Out and Luchasaurus turns on Christian on a Jungle Boy, you know what? All is forgiven. Until then, this was complete horseshit where fucking Luchasaurus has murdered people on Christian's behalf. And we're supposed to be like, oh, well, part of the plan. Oh, well, almost killed Matt Hardy. What's the other two? Fucking the Griffin Pillman.
Yes. Well.
That should happen for my master plan. But it worked. It worked. I'm more excited for this match. I really wish they would remember the jacket last week. That's fucking Excalibur's job. The only job he fucking has. Stop telling me about fucking some shitty match people had in Germany 6 years ago. Who gives a fuck? Explain the story. This guy's wearing his fucking jacket. Ugh.
I would have liked it last week a little bit more, yes. But I appreciate the explanation. I appreciate them trying to come up with an explanation for Luchasaurus. But the fact that he still has his dark persona gear on gives me hope that he's still going to turn on Jungle Boy. I think Jungle Boy is missing out on the fact that he hasn't gone back to the green mask and his regular attire, that he's still in that dark attire. So
I hope so.
We shall see. But yeah, Christian definitely though. This was Jungle Boy's best promo of his career, but Christian was just put his dick on the table and say,
absolutely,
I can still beat you with less time.
I'm about to say for you, this is the best one of your life. For me, it's just Wednesday.
It's just a Wednesday. Backstage, we see the Young Bucks. They are being interviewed by Brandon Cutler behind the Cutler Clan. He brings up the Trios tournament, which they didn't know about. They said, Cutler says, since all their friends are gone, maybe he can be their third, and they shut that down completely. They bump into Hangman Adam Page. The Bucks wish Paige a happy birthday. He brings up, wishing one back to Matt, whose birthday is today. The Bucks seemed like they are about to apologize to Paige when Dark Order comes in and to interrupt, wishing Paige a happy birthday and giving him a cake. They're talking about all their plans for his birthday. Hangman is about to, wave them off so he can continue his conversation with the Young Bucks, but they say, no, it's okay. We'll talk about this later. Young Bucks walk away, and Cutler talks about how that was awkward before Matt tells him to cut the camera. But it seems like what you said earlier is right. They are finally putting the storyline that has been a thing on BTE for months. They're finally putting it on TV, and we might see the reunion of the Hung Bucks ahead of the Trios tournament. I am here for it, but I don't think you're right. I don't think the main event, the Trios finals will be that. I think that we are going to see the Hung Bucks reunite. We are going to see them work together in the Trios tournament, get to the finals. But then, since next week, we got the Undisputed Elite all together, back together, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and the Young Bucks. I think the Undisputed Elite is going to take out Hangman Adam Page before the finals, and then they need a replacement. And you're going to hear that battle cry, the one-winged angel flies, and Kenny Omega is going to replace Hangman in the finals, and the Elite is going to win. And then that creates even more story threads because Page, once again, this is the story of Hangman Page, is they jerk him off, but they never let him come, basically. He gets to the finals, gets taken out, and then Kenny Omega replaces him. And they win the Trios championships.
I actually, 4 months ago, that made me very upset. But considering where Hangman's at now, sure, let's do that.
At least he has a story now. This is
give it to him. Give him something
This
to do.
one segment is more than they've done with Hangman in 7 weeks since he lost the AEW World Championship.
What is like? Listen, I appreciate the attempt at a story. Any attempt at a story. Eric Bischoff is right. I don't know why you guys are always mad at him for everything he says about AEW. He's right. Storytelling is shit. But here's an attempt, which I'm here for. Now, that aside, you know I'm not the biggest fan of Matthew and Nicholas doing their fucking... Are they failed actors? Like I hate that they try these things so much. They're not very good at it.
They are excellent at it. They're excellent at it, actually.
This is fun, though. This was fun enough. I don't know. Well, how do we blow off Hangman in the Dark Order? Do they ask Hangman to be in the trios contest? He's like, nah.
Yeah, because they're the ones on BTE that brought up that even when he won the world championship, he wasn't happy. Even every time they spend time with him, he hasn't been happy. He's not happy until he's back with his friends. So if they really want to be baby faces, they'll know that he needs to be with his friends in the tournament.
I don't mind if Hangman goes, but I would love them all to be heels because Nick Jackson is so much better as a heel. Matt Jackson's awful, by the way. And Hangman's done his babyface. So let's just go heel. Let's just go heel. Let's just do it. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Do you see what I'm saying?
Because Eric Bischoff's had one good idea and he's been living off that shit for
not one good idea. It's one of the greatest ideas of all time. That's number one. The greatest stable ever, the greatest storyline ever. And it didn't have a finish.
It was the greatest storyline ever until he ruined it.
And more importantly, why am I going to let you guys do this? Why am I letting you guys do this? I'm not going to let you guys do this because it distracts from the point. If Hitler was to say 2 + 2 is 4, that doesn't make it false because Hitler said it. It is 4. Eric Bischoff is right. What does it matter what he did? He's right. He's right. I'm sorry. He's right. Name the greatest AEW storylines of all time. You'd name like 6, and we would all have the same 6 over a fucking 3-year span. He's right.
No, he's not. It's okay. It's okay. Eric, I will never say Eric Bischoff is right. Next, we had our handicap matchup with one half of the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Swerve Strickland, versus Tony Nese and Mark Sterling. Every single time. What happened?
This great storytelling here. Right. Go ahead.
Yes, this feud that was created by Kevin Gates. Every time Smart Mark comes out in that attire, it makes me laugh. But this was pretty much, it went a lot longer than it probably should have. Nese and Sterling using the numbers game to control things until Swerve lands a punch on Nese's glass jaw that we established last week from Kevin Gates. Swerve then makes his comeback, hitting a super kick to Nese, which he hangs him on the top rope, on the bottom rope, and then hits a double stomp to the floor. Strickland then isolates Sterling in the ring, hits the house call for the win. This was just fine. Post match, it was just fine. Post match, we saw earlier in the night that Keith Lee was backstage watching because he was banned from ringside, and then post match we see that he's been attacked by Josh Woods, who has been getting scouted by Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling. I was told this, I wasn't showed this. Apparently it was on AEW Dark, but we don't watch that. We only watch Dark Power, where they review it on twitch.tv/True. This distracts Swerve Strickland enough for Nese to hit him from behind with the AEW World Tag Team title. So it seems like we're going to get Tony Nese and Josh Woods versus Swerve in Our Glory. What did you think about the handicap match and the post match here?
I love how our tag team champions are being used. With this the big title feud, right? Absolutely. You see his fucking Antoine Khan doing it for our people. Yeah, there you go. Take that, stupid. By the way, is it just me? I usually don't want to go top shelf. Is it just me? But I don't buy that guy taking out Keith Lee at all. I don't care what he had. I don't buy it. I don't see it. He needed like a lead pipe in his hand. I don't buy it. Sorry.
Yeah, if he had a lead pipe, it would be more believable for sure.
He's the belt. Like what? Stop
it. Roxy says, "Oh my God, Jimmy, why did you make me look up Kevin Gates' girl and dog?"
Yes, it's not fit for Harlem. Yes. I'm just saying for the rest of you. Yes. This match, by the way, worthless. Storyline is worthless. And I think he greatly overestimated Tony Khan, that is, how important Swerve is to most of us. I don't care to see him beat up what's his face. I don't at all. Not sure I care to see him beat up anybody. Except maybe like Cornette in the 80s. Like that's about it.
I thought that this should have been the end of the storyline, not move on to the tag match.
Full stop. Should have ended with Kevin Gates, quite frankly. Whatever.
Facts. Agreed all around there. But Nice and Swerve, they worked good together. Nice just lacks charisma. That's the issue.
And a good nickname.
The premier athlete. How dare you?
The premier athlete. The premier athlete. The evil villain Triple H. What?
Someone who does have charisma is the House of Black. We get a vignette with Black talking about Miro, saying the God and the devil are the same thing now. He says that he's been wanting to he's been worshiping the throne this whole time. Well, Malachi says that he will make him sit on the throne and everyone will kneel in his presence. So it seems like he's trying to recruit Miro into the House of Black. Brody King then comes to the light and he talks about Darby Allin, where we see footage of King choking him out at San Diego Comic-Con, and then Brody says he wants Darby at his own game and challenges him to a coffin match. What did you think about this little promo here?
Awesome all around. I need more of it. I'm so here for fucking everything Brody King does to Darby Allin. That Comic-Con thing, I laughed so hard. Any questions? It's just brilliant. I'm actually really happy Malachi Black is signed to that fucking slave contract because I want to keep watching him. I am so
here.
Malachi Black is.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
Have you heard about that contract? Malachi Black is signed to a Don King ass contract. He's there for fucking 12 years. What did you sign, sir?
12 years a slave? Oh my goodness. Ridiculous.
I'm not mad. That contract's gonna be irrelevant by the time he finishes it. He had Black in his name. Tony Khan was like, well, fuck that guy.
He's like, his last name is Black, so let me do that. Ricky says, I want Miro versus Brody. That would be great, but I just love Brody just murking Darby on a weekly basis. It's the greatest thing ever. Good question here by Roxy. Thank you so much for that super chat donation. We always greatly appreciate it. It helps out the channel and the contributors so much. Jimmy, do you guys want Miro to join House of Black?
Yes. The only alternative is he fights Malachi, and I don't want either one of them to lose. I don't think either one of them can afford to lose. Yes, please. And
the way he described it, like you worship the throne, and now I'm gonna allow you to sit at it, and everyone will worship you. Like I was like, yo, Malachi sold me on Miro and House of Black with one lie.
Both of their nonsense promos just work together. I'm here for it.
I want to hear Miro's response. I'm ready for Miro's response now.
I can just hear him saying fucking nonsense. You want to make me God, but me and God no longer get along. Like, wait, what? Sir, what's who you battling about?
What are you saying? We see footage of Pac defending the AEW All Atlantic Championship against LJ Cleary at Over the Top Wrestling, and then we see Thunder Rosa losing to Miyu Yamashita at TJPW Summer Sun Princess 2022. Up next is the rematch for the AEW Women's World Title. Miyu Yamashita coming out, as well as Thunder Rosa looking great here as per usual. I'm just the presence, how she looks right here. Great picture. Then we got the start of the matchup. We get some chain wrestling, a little bit of lucha libre as well, some pinning combinations. They fight on the apron, a little bit of a cluster with the apron stuff on the floor though. Rosa hits a shotgun drop kick. However, her control is short-lived as Yamashita hits a rebound side kick to get the advantage. Yamashita then has control throughout the break, but Rosa makes her comeback with drop kicks to a seated Miyu and then a Northern Light suplex for 2. Rosa goes to the top rope, but Miyu cuts her off with a roundhouse kick to the head. They trade forearm strikes, ending with a roundhouse from Yamashita with another roundhouse as well. Then Yamashita hits a deadlift German suplex for 2. Miyu goes for another roundhouse, but Rosa reverses, goes for the Fire Thunder Driver, but Miyu reverses out of it, hits a swift kick. Then she follows up with a buzzsaw kick. They do the same finish as the Tokyo Joshi Pro match, but this time Rosa kicks out of it and puts her mouthpiece in. She eats some 2 hard kicks from Miyu and then hits a rising knee strike and then follows up with the Fire Thunder Driver for the win in just over 10 minutes. Good hard-hitting matchup. Definitely needed more time and definitely needed to not be in the same goddamn woman spot that it usually is. But Yamashita did look good in a loss, and Thunder Rosa pulls out another win. And she shows respect to Miyu after the match, shaking her hand. What did you think?
Oh, it was fine. It didn't go good. It felt longer than most of the women's matches. I assume because we didn't have a follow-up with Jade or Goat Baker or fucking somebody. So just 10 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that?
It was like 10, just over 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was fine. I gotta be honest, Thunder Rosa looked better than the other one did. No offense. I gotta be honest, all the botches I saw, kind of her fault. Slipping on the apron.
Yeah, the apron stuff. Like I said, that was just a cluster.
I thought maybe she was sandbagging Thunder Rosa's solidarity for some of the other women on the roster, but yeah, fair enough. It was fine. The match was fine. I'm glad they got the time. I love for them to move it around. I guess this feels like that's what I was laughing at, by the way. Ninja Mortar saying it must be 9:30 because that's how I decide what time it is. I don't look. I just go, okay, we're just about done.
Women are on, so it must be just before the main.
But I think he dummy that is afraid to put on earlier because of the turnoff rate, I would imagine, or at least the fear of it. Well, at 9:30, it's something that you're not interested in. You go, well, I might as well stick around for the main event anyway.
Yeah, it was like, or I'll be back in like a few minutes for the main event, like something like that. But yeah, Yamashita's kicks are clean. You can see the Kikoski, I'm saying that wrong, training, but they should let Hikaru Shida tag with Yamashita like in Japan. I would be down for like that because Hikaru Shida hasn't been on TV in weeks.
Good.
Weeks. Now you hate Hikaru Shida?
I don't hate her. She's fine. But that's it. She's fine.
Jesus. Like I said earlier,
the Mexican version.
Jesus. Like I said, they announced that AEW will be making their debut to Toronto, Canada at the Coca-Cola Coliseum on Wednesday, October 12th, as well as Thursday, October 13th. That should be a hot crowd for sure, but they probably should have bring a pay-per-view to here because they could have got like a bigger arena and sold that out because people in Canada love AEW apparently.
They do?
But, yes.
Americans don't. Sorry, you seen the Rampage ratings?
Hey, does over 900,000 every single week.
Rampage, not Dynamite.
Oh, my bad.
First of all, 900,000. These motherfuckers. Was that Bishop that said that? About them losing 40,000 people since their debut? Or was that Road Dogg?
Either one. They both talking shit because they didn't get a job.
Somebody else
you know it's true. You know it's true.
5 times. How is this his fault?
But he's only talking shit because he can't get a job.
He's right though.
That's like me. Like I'm gonna talk shit about WWE because I can't get a job there. WWE.
But is the shit you're talking correct? That's all I want to know. That's it.
No, I want to know the reason why you're talking shit. Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Garcia was our main event. Chris Jericho is on commentary. Of course, This is Bryan Danielson's return comeback match since being out since Double or Nothing with reportedly a concussion. He comes out hot. Danielson hits a shotgun drop kick. He starts laying in the yes kicks. He then hits another shotgun drop kick in the corner. Danielson backdrops Garcia to the floor and hits a tope suicida. The fans are fully behind Danielson, chanting "Welcome back." When Danielson puts Garcia back in the ring, Daniel starts landing elbows, but Daniel starts landing elbows. I get those confused. Danielson, but Danielson mounts Garcia, lays in some strikes. Garcia gets control and attacks his neck. Loud, "You're gonna get your fucking head kicked in" chants. Garcia then throws Danielson to the floor and throws him into the guardrail before exposing the concrete floor. Bryan gets thrown into the guardrail and responds with a big forearm before setting Garcia up in the chair by the guardrail to hit another shotgun drop kick. The fans are on their feet at this point. Back in the ring, Danielson hits a missile drop kick, but he lands badly and knocks himself loopy, it seems. And yes, the fans responded. They were like, "Oh no, here we go again." Garcia capitalizes and hits some hammer elbows on Bryan. He lays in some chops, and then Bryan does his signature comeback, doing the flip out of the corner. He then tries to run off the ropes, but he collapses, coming off the ropes. On the floor, Garcia drives Bryan into the steel steps and then hits a wicked DDT on the concrete floor. Bryan is busted open from the head after this as the doctor checks on him. However, Garcia pushes the doc away and brings Bryan back into the ring to work him over. Back from break, Garcia is talking trash, but Bryan responds with a hard forearm. However, Garcia comes back with a sliding drop kick once again and regains control. Garcia tells the fans to look at his bloody face and drives his fingers into the wound. Garcia puts Bryan on the top rope, bites his forehead. Danielson reverses and slides underneath behind his opponent and then hits his avalanche back suplex off the top rope. Both men are down. They trade kicks and hard strikes until Danielson overwhelms Garcia with the yes kicks, finishing off with the buzzsaw kick to the head. Bryan then attempts the stomps to the head, but Garcia reverses out of that and it gets a rear naked choke. Danielson rolls through into a cattle mutilation, but Garcia reverses out of that. Bryan gets the dominant position, hits one of the hammer and anvil elbows until Garcia reverses into a few of his own. Dragon then reverses out of that. He hits a few hammer and anvil elbows himself before hitting the regal plex for 2. Bryan goes for the Psycho knee, but Garcia hits a lariat and then hits a backdrop driver for 2. They trade strikes and kicks again until Dragon hits the Psycho knee. He goes for the label lock, but Garcia gets to the ropes and escapes to the floor. On the floor, Bryan hits a diving knee off the apron. Getting back into the ring, a hand grabs hold of Bryan's leg, which gives Garcia the opportunity to hit a stalling power driver. Garcia then follows with the Red Death, and Bryan tries to fight, but he passes out from the pain in the submission to give Garcia the win. An excellent technical wrestling, hard-hitting, strike-heavy matchup. And then post-match, we see that it was Jake Hager who comes from under the ring to reveal that he helped Garcia for the win. And Chris Jericho comes down to the ring to hug his son, his Jericho Appreciation son, and Jericho Appreciation Society celebrates the win to finish the night as Garcia gets the biggest win of his career. I thought that this main event was tremendous, hard-hitting, physically intense, and a surprising finish, the second surprising finish in 3 weeks on AEW. First one was Swerve and Our Glory winning the tag belts. This one was a surprise, but it makes sense with the story they tell with Bryan Danielson not being 100% and still feeling the effects of the concussion. What did you think?
I think you used excellent and tremendous. Sir,
yes.
There's more shelves in your house besides the top shelf. There's other shelves. Grab a shelf. It was great. Full stop. I love Dragon. It was a great match. But that's it. And I like the way they work there. I got to be honest. The concussion thing concerned me. Would you stop it? Knock it off. A Sheeta match for what? You saw 2 years ago.
I ask the same question every week, Pastor Cody. Why do you hate Japanese people so much, Jimmy?
Is Takeshita not Japanese? What the fuck is wrong with you people? Pastor? What kind of pastor are you? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice, sir. Look at religion. They try to put you against one another. That's how it all works. Fucking not donate to your building fund either, sir. Go fuck all those lonely widows on your own time. This was a great match. I liked it. The concussion spot concerned me, as it should have.
Yeah,
and I thought that was somewhere between really well done and cheap, whichever you prefer. Either way, it worked, so that's all that counts. I gotta be honest, I think I wouldn't have minded Garcia winning, not clean, but I thought the concussion spot was enough. I don't need Jake Hager at all. It works for me. But hey, Dragon might be the most selfless superstar not named The Rock ever.
Yo, he puts over everybody.
Rock every week. That shit was outrageous.
Yeah, yes.
Dragon's right up there.
He is. He put over a whole bunch of people in WWE, whether it was Cesaro, Drew Gulak, and in WWE never did shit with them. But this felt meaningful. This felt like a big win for Garcia. And I think the help of Hager just gets him the heat for it. I don't think that it took away from the win at all, in my opinion. But we got Ricky in the chat who says great main event. We also got Roxy who's upset, it seems, and what the fuck, Bryan lost. It made sense to me. He's not 100%. That's when you should do the loss. And everybody was surprised by it, so I dig it.
I'm going to tell you why I didn't like the Hager spot, because it causes a problem. When Hager and Jericho are now in the ring, where the fuck is everybody else? Where is the crew that fucking ran out earlier?
Well, they didn't jump him after the match, though.
They're standing over your fucking concussed friend. The fuck you doing? We gotta wait for something to happen before we do something. Would you get the fuck out there? What?
Hey, Moxley left after his match. He's like, I gotta go home to the wife and kids. I'm out of here. William Regal's like, I'm not medically cleared to do anything like that. We never saw Willie Yuta. We never saw Claudio Castagnoli. So.
That's fucking outrageous.
And asking the same question, where was Regal and Moxley? Regal not medically clear. He don't want to wind up like Bryan.
Tough BCC don't want no smoke. Ain't that a bitch?
No, he's a trainer. He's a trainer, ladies and gentlemen. Romeo saying, appreciate Daniel Garcia. He has earned my praise and respect. This is where the hype for a young star should be. Loved his interview backstage and his confrontation at the ROH media scrum too.
I know a shot when I hear it.
Exactly. Like this is the most thinly veiled insult in a compliment that I ever seen.
That's hilarious.
Oh man.
Oh, so I didn't realize that. I forgot.
What?
Okay, I don't mind Eddie not coming out because Dane was a dick. He hates Dane.
Yes.
Not enough for fucking beat up Jericho. Fuck him.
He's like, fuck it. Let him go. Let him have it. MCAS says, I give Dynamite a 9 out of 10. MVP stars LVP, Nice and Company. Honorable mention Moxley, Jungle Boy, Christian, and Hook. Let us know in the live chat your match of the night, MVP, LVP, rating out of 10, what you gave the show. Thumbs up or thumbs down as we're about to get into it. Jimmy, let's put our thumbs in the middle for AEW Dynamite Fight for the Fallen 2022 in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up all around from the both of us. Out of 10, what did you get the show, Jimmy?
8. Really good all around. Well, mostly. That's out of swerving them.
Roxy agrees with you. 8 out of 10. I'm going to go 8.5 out of 10. I really like this show. Really like the main event. You got, in my opinion, 2 over 4-star matches on this show with the main event and the opener. Both of those quality bouts. I really enjoyed both of those. I also liked Sammy versus Dante. I also liked Yamashita versus Thunder Rosa. That was really good.
What kind of fucking Dave Meltzer ass scale is this? Both over 4 stars. By the
Both
way,
over
you
4
about to
stars.
completely botch the "Who's Your Daddy" thing. This is your fucking
Oh
brilliant
my
premise,
God.
by the way.
That was awful. That was so bad.
Messy
That was so bad. That was so bad. And it's crazy. MCAT with the point here saying this been years. Magic and Cool Hand and debuted in AEW. Talk about a quick ever rise. See what I did there? Yes, I did.
No.
But yes, they came in as relative unknowns. We thought they were just going to be a jobber team, and they've really done the most with them.
They have, and it's worked mostly. Give some praise to Chris Jericho.
The Jericho Appreciation Society for over 13 weeks, the leading force in sports entertainment. Who was your LVP on this night, Jimmy?
Shit. This is difficult. I'm gonna go with. Well, I don't want to say Japanese people have the passed up my ass. I'm gonna go with Tony Nese. No, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Sky Blue, you're up. Sky Blue is up. I don't care.
I was about to say. I was like,
you and
I thought it would be her.
You gotta fucking look more invested than that.
That's fair. I'm going with Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling. They lost a handicap match to not even Keith Lee, to Swerve. Ninja Mortis saying 7.5 out of 10. MVP Garcia, LVP TK's booking of the women, match of the night, Mox and Roosh. Yeah, exactly. It gets old after a while. We got a super chat donation. Thank you so much, Kid Get Money. Always appreciate those, and always appreciate you in the chat. You always bring good comments and always showing your support to AEWramble. So got to show our appreciation to you back. Saying Swerve, Keith Lee, and Kevin Gates should be the first trios champion. Kaza, stream it on all platforms. I love this gimmick. I love this bit. So that I always love a dedication to a good bit. Love it.
Send Sky to stop, sir. I'm gonna ask you to do yourself a favor. I want you to tell me immediately when you look at Sky and Willow together, what's your immediate difference between the two of them? Think about who's in charge of the company, and then think about why that will never happen. That's it. I'm not gonna say anything to get myself in trouble. I'm just saying. Come on.
This is who's in charge of the company.
If the Republicans weren't awful, I could hate Democrats more.
Jimmy,
awful people too. I'm sorry, Jesus fucking Christ.
MVP Jimmy, who you got?
Oh, come on now. This is not even up for debate. This is not a discussion. The great Ricky Starks. Good Lord.
I gotta go co-MVP for Team Taz. Team Taz, Ricky Starks, Powerhouse Hobbs heel turn, and Hook. Hook is our new FTW champion. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Hooker stand up. Hooker stand up. I'm gonna sing the song. Hooker stand up. Let's go. Fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Hook stand up. Motherfucking Hook. We hook out in these streets. That's what we about. Ricky Starks too. Ricky Starks. What a hell of a promo. What a hell of a promo. Great stuff all around.
Willow's very cute, but she's on the darker side.
Team Taz.
We don't do that here. That's Tony Khan. We don't do that here.
We don't do that, yeah. Ricky Starks, Powerhouse Hobbs, Hook. Man, they had a hell of a night. Hell of a night for Team Taz. And if it's the end, I'm totally here for it. But match of the night, Jimmy, finally to end things off.
I'd probably go with the opener. Main event's fine, but opener was more my speed. I might go with fucking the Dante Martin match, actually. Nah, because Dummy was there looking dumb. Sorry, Sky.
Dummy was there looking dumb.
Sorry, I can't get over that. Just looking, huh? Actually, what a break came up.
Like, why am I here?
Yeah, I go with the opener.
I'm going to go with the main event. Garcia and Danielson loved it. Loved the striking, loved the submission work, and Garcia going over surprised the hell out of me, but I'm here for it. So that is all. Let us know in the comments down below if you're watching us on demand what you thought of the show. Out of 10, what did you give it? MVP, LVP, match of the night, thumbs up, thumbs down. Let us know in the comments down below. Jimmy, please let the people know where they can find you on social media, what you got going on your YouTube channel, and anything else you want to plug here.
On Twitter, I'm on there more often than I should be because people annoy me. And at Jimmy Macram, on Instagram at Jimmy Macram, on YouTube at Jimmy Macram, and JimmyMacram.com. Yes, comic book number 2. She misspelled anyway. Oh yeah.
Did you call it like a misspell or something?
Yes, I just saw she misspelled digital. How have I not noticed that up to this point?
Like dummy. At True Hill SP3 is where you can find my content. I usually don't plug other channels that I do stuff, but check out Fightful Overbook with myself, Jeremy Lambert, and Cher Delaware interviewing the Challenge's own Challenge legend Cara Maria, as well as her boyfriend Paulie Galafiro. Great interview where we talk about them not being on the show, what's the reason why, what they would make changes to the current season of the challenge. One of the best interviews I've ever done. I usually do wrestlers where I have to pull a lot out of them and ask a certain question to get a good answer. With reality television stars, all you got to do is half a question and they go off for like 10 minutes.
That's hilarious. The challenge, this is the real world thing?
Yeah.
You are contributing to the downfall of our society, sir.
You're welcome. At True Hill Heat on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Patreon.com/True Hill Heat. $3 a month. True Hill Heat Prediction Championship. Saw someone ask about the G1 Climax tournament. We actually do nightly reviews of each night of the tournament. Later today, we're going to have night 6 review up on Patreon.com/True Hill Heat. So go over there to check that out, as well as ProWrestlingTees.com/True Heels. We got plenty of content to enjoy that you can watch on demand or that is coming up on demand right now. Our ROH Death Before Dishonor roundtable review with our review, myself and Richard Benson of Post Wrestling Benno. We talk about FTR versus the Briscoes 2, Daniel Garcia versus Wheeler Yuta, all the great action from ROH Death Before Dishonor. Coming up tonight, though, we got 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Blunt Impact number 87, hosted by Ness, watching Impact on Access TV. And then following that, over on our secondary channel, True Hill Heat Sports, we got a full preview of the NFC South. Julius Jones joining the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who do you think is going to win that division? You can find out on THA Sports what we think of all of that. We'll have special guests over there. Over on Fightful Overbooked right now, you can check out True Rewind episode 80, talking about the September 9th, 1996 episodes of Raw and Nitro. And then tomorrow, we got at 12:05 p.m. Eastern Time, our WWE SummerSlam preview. It will be myself and special guest Kenny Bolin, former manager of Ohio Valley Wrestling, former manager of John Cena, Bobby Lashley, The Miz. We'll be talking about SummerSlam and everything going on in WWE. Then on Saturday, True Hill Heat 186, 11:05 a.m. Eastern Time. Special guest Ricky Pino of the Believe in Pro Wrestling podcast, as well as the legendary Dutch Mantel. We're going to be talking about Triple H becoming head of creative, Vince McMahon's retirement, more fallout from that, his unrecorded expenses. Got to talk about that with Dutch Mantel and his experiences working with both men, as well as a picture. What?
This is a MAGA convention ass picture. You don't think so?
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Hill Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
I swear, every time I show a picture of a special guest, you have to say something inappropriate. Something.
I'm just saying. You don't get, like, I'm just saying. That you have that thought looking at them? Like, these motherfuckers. Definitely up to no good.
Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we got our SummerSlam watch along, and then Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we got our Ric Flair's last match watch along as well. Any final comments you want to give? I see people talking about me being Excalibur. Yes, I try. I try my best. Ninja Warriors. I try my best. I try my best for that.
Yeah, I wish we do it before. So I say, hey, Jimmy, you can leave now. You don't have to fucking watch these psychopaths talk about.
No, I always like to hear your reaction to the special guest. And James Jones says Jimmy's not wrong. So for Jimmy Macram, it is me, the new media forbidden door, SP3.
King Sam Mystic, man. What are you talking about?
I just know it's probably bad. But for Jimmy Macram, it is me, the new media forbidden door, SP3. This has been AEWramble number 53, Team Taz Twist. We are signing off. Until next.